Alright, let's get this party started, eh?
Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. There he
Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back. This is your one and only Chicken Salad here with some more Next Fest demos. I'm excited because I did find one game that I'm actually really interested in so far, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it's House Flipper. Even though I said meh in my reviews, I think I might get that game if they can just fix up the bugs. Anyways, today's demo for Next Fest is called the Invincible. So let's give that a shot, shall we? So we'll hit record, and we'll switch. Seizure warning, that's not a good sign. Bit Studios. Star Wars Industries. The Invincible. That's kind of like a cool intro. Alright. So this will be uploaded towards YouTube. Doesn't seem like it's lagging, so that's good. Let's go to settings. Sensitivity I always like to put a little bit higher. Head bobbing's fine. WildStar, left shift, left mouse, F cancel, F to cancel. Tab map, T tracker, T R's detector, Z telemeter, spacebar reply, upward, mouse will up and down. Okay, that's fine. Sound, music volume always a tad lower. Graphics, full screen, all on max. Frame limit, 144 would be good. I think putting a frame limit is important. No motion blur always. Field of view 70, 90. Apply that one, please. So far it's not lagging, which is great. All English dialogues, subtitles on. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, let's go back. Okay, looks good. Let's do it. Welcome to Invincible demo. The fragment you play is not the beginning, but takes place later in the game. The main protagonists have already been through quite a lot. However, we don't want to spoil your experience of the entire game by explaining too much. On the next page, we've provided just a brief introduction to the scene that is taking place. Please keep two things in mind. First, getting to know this fragment of gameplay may still affect your reception of earlier parts of the game. Unavoidable spoiler alert. Yep. Second, remember that the current state of the game is not a final product. We're still working very hard to improve its quality and performance. And now, let's continue. That's good, I like how they give that warning. Yasna has found information on the convoy sent from the field base of the Alliance, a hostile faction in a space race across the galaxy. Nevertheless, she desperately needs to find other people, even if they are political enemies. Yasna crosses the excavation area and heads towards the ravine, following the convoy. She's getting closer, so she needs to prepare for meeting the Alliance by conferring with her astrogator. He's the commander of their unit. From early in the game, he supported Yasna's actions from aboard a spaceship orbiting the planet where the entire story takes place, Regis 3. Plan your route to the convoy. Oh, it's sick! I can look around in my helmet. Oh, this will be a nice game in in VR. Convoy's target. Where am I? I'm here. Okay, so. Oh, it is laggy as hell. Just realized. Okay, so. Just gonna do this. I'm just gonna check if the recording's fine. Even if the stream isn't. Hello, Beck. How's it going? How's the stream? Is it lagging? Yeah, the recording's lagging as well. Okay, so what I gotta do is I've gotta go back to main menu. Sorry guys, just need to change the graphics. Preset to medium. Apply. Back. How do you like my doggo? Oh, I got a doggo. Yeah. So the doggo is only going to be on this screen though. But yeah. Doggo! Isn't the doggo nice? You can use let me see if I can do it here. You could treat panda. You did it as well. That's right, now there's more channel points. More things to do with the channel points. Oh yes, and he also levels up over time. Am I replacing Tony? No, no. This is the stream dog. This is everyone's dog. See? Look at that. It says it's delicious. Ah. It's gonna get fat. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. Let's hit record. New game. I'm hoping that it doesn't lag anymore. I've dropped down the graphics quite significantly. Which is cute. Alright, let's see if it lags. No! Still lags.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Settings, graphics, low. Apply. Graphics, reset. Apply. Back.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
A little bit better.
No, I don't.
Setting, graphics, frame limit 60. Apply.
I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be.
Setting, graphics. That's fine. Balanced. Apply. Back.
Somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
No, it's not you, it's the game. Low. There we go. Okay, this is low graphics. Settings, graphics, medium. Little bit of a stutter. Okay, so it's the graphics. Shadow preset can be that. Anti-aliasing is fine. Foliage, post-processing, shading, textures, view distance, probably low. Settings, graphics, frame limit 120, apply. Alright, we're gonna try this again. It's very annoying. And menu, yep. And that's the downside of playing these type of games, eh? So that the early build, so it struggles. Alright, let's open it again. I'm gonna bring up Task Manager just to kind of see. See its usage. So far, so good. Yeah, still stutters a bit. I might actually just drop the graphics a bit lower. Shadow's low. Apply. We'll keep doing this until we can get no stutter. Put up demo. Settings, graphics. Let's just put it to low then. Apply. Seems like it still stutters. Oh, the quality's terrible though. And if we put it to high. Oh yeah, it's... Yeah, my GPU cannot handle this. Settings, graphics. Let's go ultra performance, apply. Nope, still can't do that. Settings, graphics. Disabled, apply. Nope. Settings, graphics. Not low. Let's shadow qualities. Let's go back to medium. Apply. Back. Still stutters. Settings, graphics. Performance, apply. Okay, looking better. Settings, graphics, ultra performance, apply. Okay, much better. Setting, graphics, let's put you to high, apply. Okay, can't handle that. So it needs to go graphics, back to medium, apply, back. Okay, that's where it has to be. That sucks. Okay, so convoy's target location?
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
Side path.
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path, to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Jasper.
little precaution can't help. Yeah.
All right. I'll try to get there via the side path.
Okay, have to unequip. Go destination convoy dispatched from the base. There's no jump? Tell me there's run, but there's no jump. Oh, that's cool. It fogs up. Oh, everything's so blurry though. I thought I was going a side path. Am I not? But if I can't jump, how am I supposed to navigate this? Oh. My auto climbs? Look at that, it fogs up because she's exerting herself. This is what I see in VR, in PSVR. It's like, this is how blurry it gets. Yeah, it's because I turned off all the qualities. It's all poor quality now. Looks terrible. Oh, the GPU is fucking... It shut down. Was it just the beginning area? Maybe it was just the beginning area, like in Thingamabob. Let's increase the graphics. Let's go high, apply. Oh my god, it's the beginning area. Setting. I just want to try something. Let's go balanced. Let's see if this does anything. Oh my god, it was the beginning area. Nice. Fuck you, game. Reset. Oh no, I do want frame limit though. Apply. Yeah, it was the begin. Oh my god, that beginning area just tanked my whole system. Made no sense. Oh well, doesn't matter as long as it's not lagging now. It's a bit stuttery though. Thanks, Beck, as always. My beloved Beck, always helping me out. Oh, what is that? Radiation levels increased.
The radiation level is rising rapidly.
Yes, now be careful of radiation, of other people. Just watch yourself.
Radiation means there's no people.
Considering the radioactive environment, I assume the probability of finding people here is close to 0.
It might well indicate something quite the opposite. Human technology equals radiation after all.
I found a way to the convoy. What might interest you, sir, is that it appears to be a mechanically drilled tunnel. Circular, precise.
I'm more curious about what's on the other end. Although curious might not be quite the right word.
Oh, let's do it. We get out of this radiation zone. Oh, what is that? Oh my god.
Yes.
What's
I
that
am.
texture?
Oh, shit. They're close. At least one. There's not a soul. I don't see anyone.
That's pretty cool. Position. Oh, this is kind of creepy. Oh. Ah, it's a corpse.
Oh no. Astrogator. They're dead.
So you found someone.
seeing their base. I had a feeling it might end like this. Still, I wonder, what were they looking for? Was it that killed them? Just what the hell?
Oh. Let's have a look. Ah. Mimic? Okay, so that's how we do it. Okay. Oh look, I got feet. Abandoned antimat.
Found the antimat. It
Right,
looks damaged,
antimat.
but its log may still be intact.
Copy that. Proceed.
Bag 3. Okay. I feel like if I took the convoy route, that would have been better.
I won't get anything out of the other antimat. It's completely busted, to put it mildly.
Oh, high in radiation.
Okay. I'm getting into the antimat's recorder.
Yeah, how do I do it? There we go. I have no idea what I'm doing.
What do we have here?
Oh, like pictures.
They were preparing for departure. The convoy's heading somewhere. They passed giant cranes, pulling something out of a, well, giant hole. Interesting. I don't recognize that place.
Oh my god, it's lagging again.
They're getting close to where I am now. They're here, sending a probe. It's hard for them to reach the site. That's why they're trying to get there from above. Oh, they're tunneling their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Can you locate the breach?
Yes, I can.
Looks like they found whatever they were looking for in that ominous tunnel. Of course.
Don't jump to conclusions, Doctor. Not before you finish. You need to know what to expect there first.
Shame. The transport's leaving. Those containers ended up in one of the transporters. I wonder if it's still nearby. Something's going on.
Wait, why did I gotta take his helmet off?
One man's trying to draw the attention of the others to... I have no idea what's beyond the frame. Next slide. People rushing out of the tunnel, running from... whatever's in there.
Are we still considering whether you should go inside? I admit it's all very intriguing, but also too risky. What I'm trying to say is, I fear for your safety, Yasna.
I appreciate. I'm scared too.
Rightly so. I'd be scared out of my mind if not for our link. You help me keep it together, sir. One of the antimats has fired straight into the tunnel.
And? What happened next?
There's nothing else. Only... darkness.
Can't you see what it was aiming for?
The machine's objective has changed. There's a bunch of unidentified targets. It has trouble recognizing any of the 9,999 objects.
What?
The counter reached its limit, I guess.
Sounds like a major fault in the circuitry.
Oh, there's a lot of enemies.
Tremendous firepower, and it means big trouble.
Oh.
Everyone's trying to escape.
I might have to just go to settings here and go to graphics and put it like super low just for this bit. Oh, even at super low it doesn't work. Wow. Performance. Okay, super low on this aspect. Settings. Okay, every time it tanks I'm gonna have to switch it.
Astrogator. The Antimat's new objective is to eliminate, instead of protecting.
What happens next?
There's also a second Antimat. It's shooting into the air.
Unbelievable. Both were faulty.
No, they're not faulty. They're shooting at something. Piece it together, man.
The second Antimat. That's what destroyed it. People are frozen with fear. They don't know what to do.
Okay, maybe it was faulty.
It's
Oh!
firing directly at the crew.
Very faulty.
Shooting them. One by one.
Horrifying
It's
stuff.
horrifying what an antimatter beam does to the human body.
I'm sorry you have to see this, Yasna. Regis 3 doesn't spare you.
This mission's... Yeah, this beats like, such weapons should be banned.
Who needs such destructive power? This technology puts us on a straight path to annihilation.
Well, the Alliance will do anything to feel invincible, hence their flagships.
It's not only them, Astrogator. If I remember correctly, we're not engaged in open conflict. And yet, we too participate in this ridiculous arms race. To the death and beyond. Someone hid behind a rock.
How do you know?
This antimat has thermal imagery.
Jesus. Man, this thing is designed.
Hiding from it made no difference. One man has raised his hands in surrender.
Oh, he's definitely shot. Can a machine understand such gestures?
If only a machine could take pity on him.
With a proper programming, it could recognize such gestures, but it could never feel compassion. No.
Oof.
Killed him. The machine just killed him. Oh, fuck.
Yasna?
That's... me. It took a picture of me.
The last photo is from a few moments ago. I'm on it.
Bloody hell. So it's not dead after all. The machine that massacred the Alliance is still operational, and it could target you at any moment.
Oh, don't say that.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps it's best to hope. While moving away.
Agreed.
If that's all...
What about that tunnel?
Right.
I hear no objections. How so?
I'm not hearing you object, sir.
Go ahead, Yasna. I know you'll do it anyway.
Check the place behind the tunnel. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so with that gone, I'm gonna go back to increasing my graphics to the max. So something infected the crew? Is that what happened? Hear some noise.
I can hear a rhythmic, metallic sound coming from beyond the tunnel.
Something's still active. Take your time, Yasna.
Breaking up.
I can't hear. I don't understand you, sir. The audio's breaking up.
As unexpected. You are in the room.
I'll get back to you once I reach the end.
Understood.
It's an Arctan. Coming at me. Huh. Carrying something.
Oh. A vision. Jasna? What is wrong?
Jasna, can you hear me? Over.
Copy that. I don't feel too. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Breathe, Jasna. You need to rest.
No. No. I'm better now.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this because. Get back. Let's back to Epic. Metal bushes.
There's nothing here I haven't seen before. Just a lot of metal bushes. Same as the ones near our camp. Seems like this robot started a task and then got stuck in a loop.
What task?
Carrying boxes. It took one but never left.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles, using the same path. Well, the lower parts of the bushes are, let's put it, fruitless.
So the Alliance came to pick the fruits.
Perhaps.
The box is filled with containers, which I'm pretty sure are filled with research material. Those fruits.
Could you retrieve them somehow?
It won't be easy to snatch a crate from its steel grip.
That's true. Let's look at what else we got here. What is going on in this place? Hey there, buddy. You mind giving me the stuff? I don't think I've got any tools on me. Oh, can't do anything, so I guess I'll keep moving. Yeah, I can give him something else to hold. No? Need some light on this girl. Cool.
I think their crew took some soil samples. There's this chipped rock, revealing what lies beneath the surface.
Which is more metal?
Yes, a metal interior.
Oh, I can actually.
Roots are exposed as well. They're not embedded in any rock, but in a tissue-like alloy.
Bushes growing metal alloy.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So all the bushes in this area, and there are plenty of them as I understand, appear to grow on the rock, but deep down their roots are embedded in metal. Perhaps you should take a closer look at them, Doctor.
Why do you bring me so hard?
Can you please check them, Jasna?
What?
Do
How?
you have anything specific in mind?
Doctor, if it's all metal,
Then I'll use a detector. Right. I'm checking. Give me a sec.
perfect.
Oh.
Everything matches. There's metal all around. And the bushes have a direct connection with the whole system.
Interesting. Well, similar.
To the structures I saw following Gorski. Yes. Huh. Or perhaps it's... looks like 2 generations. One, old, dead, a relic. Second, these bushes grew in the remains of the former generation.
Hang on. Are you saying that this new generation is alive? And the old one used to be alive?
It's possible.
We can't rule it out.
And you say that as a biologist? I haven't heard you mention cells, membranes, organs, or green bodies. Which leads me to one conclusion. That thing is not alive, Doctor.
Well, we used to calling all life proteinaceous, especially ourselves. But that's on Earth. The universe doesn't give a damn about our classifications.
Yes, sir. Are you abandoning your profession? What you have learned, discovered, researched so far?
I'm just opening up to the unknown. Shit! I can't handle it anymore.
Relax, Jasna. No. Found a body, damn it. What? Oh, it's going somewhere else now. Disappeared.
The robot disappeared.
Yeah, no shit.
Must have broken its loop.
I didn't.
No, you must have done something. Never mind. We'll try to locate it. But first of all, get out of there now.
Found a body, man. We need to go to the body. Wow, okay, so it doesn't allow me to... I think that's stupid. I hate the fact that it doesn't mouse lock the game. If you can see it hitting the edge.
I found the robot. It hasn't gone far.
Good. Please follow it.
No. I'm gonna go find that dude. No, I can't run? I think I can't even see that dude. I think it's one of those things where it just blocks you out because you didn't do it on time. I think it's very stupid. No. Okay, thank goodness. No, the robot actually stops. That's interesting. Oh.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, it's getting up. Oh,
The robot.
no, no, the antimat.
You need to act fast. Move, Yasna. But
No.
Oh my god.
are you alive?
Yes. Destroyed the robot.
What are you doing now?
Oh no.
Just take care of that
Take
back.
care of our people, Novik. Do you hear? Find them the best medics.
Yasna, what do you...
Cover, I tried.
No. Don't die on me now. I'm begging you. Don't give up.
Oh my god. Oh!
Failed you. Sorry. So fucking sorry. It's all my fault. You hear me? All mine. It was my...
I'm gonna go back to settings, go back to graphics, go back to medium, apply.
decision. I decided to accept the mission. I brought us here.
What?
Goddamn planet.
What?
Yes, you're alive.
If you could reject it, why didn't you?
After a series of successful missions, are you safe now?
Safe enough. Please continue, sir.
Okay, now we can go back, because it looks like graphics dropped. Go back to Epic.
I'm all ears.
You will agree that we were doing very well. Outstanding results.
That's how it ought to end. Well.
Yes, I fully agree, but then it seemed this could have been the crowning achievement of the entire expedition. Just imagine...
You could have at least asked us.
I did wrong. I know that now. I will never forgive myself for it. Neither do I expect you to.
I can't forgive you. Yeah,
Marit,
Marit.
she can no longer forgive you. Same goes for the others.
I'm fully aware. All of it weighs heavily on my mind. Believe me, Doctor.
Hard to believe, buddy.
So, what do we do now? Will you finally let me send Hopper for you?
I can't just fly away. Now
Yes, you
more
can.
than ever. I won't rest until I find out what happened to our people and what we can do to aid them.
Okay, let's look at the slides first. Okay, so it's time to tank. Get settings, graphics. It's so weird that it tanks there out of all places, eh? Saw the robot. Blasted the robot. Saw me. Why didn't it blast me then?
For now, you can forget about the research material. The only thing left of the Arctan is its feet.
Considering all the factors, I would assume everyone in the convoy is dead. If there's anything more to learn, it's from the recording devices. The first antimat told us a lot. The second one is destroyed. You spoke about the probe. Should be a valuable source of information. And the rovers. Are they on the convoy list?
Don't know.
Actually, it's right in front of me.
Listen to radio chatter, but how? Seems like there's a dude inside. Oh, it's annoying that I didn't see the other guy up there. There's the other dude.
I found another body in the rover's cabin.
I'm afraid it won't be the last, Doctor. Does the body make it difficult to access the recorder?
I can get in from the other side. So, no, it doesn't make it difficult for me. Why even bother with security measures when they just leave keys in locks anyway?
Extremely unreasonable of them. But it's nothing to complain about, is it?
So, let's hear it.
Hello, base. This is Antka. Hello, Antka. Tesla here. I can hear you. Reporting. 25th day of the mission, 7:15 a.m. We arrived.
I saw it on the
We
slides.
encountered a terrain obstacle, but it has been removed.
You can skip ahead if you would.
We've established permanent access to the extraction site, separated the material for research. Now we're securing the first transport. Dr. Boza and Osterhaus have already begun their preliminary research here on site. Gotcha. I'm passing it on. Let us know if there are any updates. Of course. Over and out.
Ah, there's more.
Base, come in. Dr. Boza wants to talk with you. Tesla here. Over. We have a sort of discovery.
Oh, I'm listening.
25th day.
Base, this is Boza.
Doctor.
These tiny crystals contain
Doesn't mean there's something
highly
moving.
advanced technology. Individually, they are slender and helpless. However, when in a group, they seem to stimulate and support each other, revealing new properties. At first, they started to emit an electromagnetic field.
Okay, and then?
A handful of small crystals gathered together. When in a larger group, they activated and... this is our biggest revelation so far. They started floating in the air.
Did I hear that right?
The larger the group, the easier, more freely.
Yes. Apparently it's flying.
Like a swarm of mechanical flies.
Slow down, Doctor. You say crystals, or rather flies. Which one is it?
Call it whatever you want. These creatures have a precise threefold symmetry, resembling the letter Y, with three-pointed arms connecting in a central bulge. Black as coal in direct light, shimmering with shades of blue and olive in reflected light. As my colleague Osterhaus mentioned, they somewhat resemble the abdomens of certain terrestrial insects.
So the
Is
bugs?
Markovnik there?
Navigator's unavailable right now.
Well, please let him know we'll submit our reports as soon as he's available. Oh, and have him send us another transporter, will you?
Autonomous robots the size of flies.
It's not finished. Let's keep listening.
Hello, convoy. Anka, come in. Are you there? Yes, I'm here. We're finishing loading. Preparing to depart. Don't!
Gets tense.
Leave the material behind and return to the base. But why? What happened? Scouts came back from this whole city. Tesla? What's going on? Hello? Tesla, come in.
Navigator speaking. Don't take anything. Just get out of there. Immediately. That's an order.
Last saved recording.
Amazing. Microbots grouping and flying together, similar to flies.
Sounds like-
capable of affecting other machines, even to the point that those affected become dangerous to humans.
The microbots, they must be dangerous as well.
Exactly.
I don't know how, but not all people were killed by larger robots.
I think I figured it out, partially at least. The Alliance scientists were very clear that all of this had to do with an electromagnetic field, the field emitted by these flies. When people displayed disturbing symptoms, field measurements showed above average values. At first I thought it was a sensoric malfunction, after all the machines were broken. It turns out that field damaged them. So all the malfunctions occurred afterward.
Why didn't I think of it sooner? Prolonged exposure to strong electromagnetic fields can be harmful to the human brain. Usually it concerns long-term effects, months and years of unfavorable conditions.
Please elaborate, Doctor. What sort of effects?
Various brain dysfunctions. It may even lead to the arrest of vital organs.
That's not good.
That's how. Merit.
Most probably. Another known effect of the EM field is memory loss. The human organism continues to function normally, but the human being, such as helpless, vulnerable. Like a baby, they don't understand the world around them.
Can such a person learn the world anew?
Maybe in theory.
I can't be sure. There's no precedence. Even if there is room for development, learning everything all over, they won't remember anything. Even language, their past, our voyages together. Let's face it, this new life of theirs will be far from normal. They'll be aged children, walking curiosities, oddities, lab rats, all that made them gone to hell.
Perhaps researching those flies will help us to better aid our people. We're theorizing for now. Be worth examining. Confirm at least.
Got it, Astrogator. I'll search for those containers of flies.
God damn it. It's putting ourselves more in danger, that's what we're doing. Oh. It's the game.
I've located one of the transporters, sir. Please don't celebrate yet, though. Something strange has happened to it.
Get to the point, please. What's wrong with it?
Exactly.
The outer shell is damaged. There are holes everywhere.
Like, from bullets?
Man, I can't deal with the graphics there. Let's go high.
No, it looks like it's been corroded by strong acid.
I mean, if you can... Yeah, leave it at high.
Bushes already protrude from the holes.
I don't get it. Those bushes again. And here I thought it was all coming together.
Maybe we don't know the whole picture.
I still don't think we know the whole picture. Maybe if I look inside the transporter, I can find out more.
Maybe. Maybe.
The door to the cargo bay has budged a little, but it won't open fully.
Oof.
It's too awkward to squeeze in. The whole vehicle is just stuffed with bushes.
But can you see past them?
Not quite yet. Now. I can see broken containers. No sign of the flies.
Just plenty of bushes.
You have some theories, sir?
Everything that comes to my mind seems absurd.
Love to hear it.
You go ahead, sir. As I see it, no idea is too absurd right now.
I haven't quite thought it through. Not yet. Maybe after I listen to your assessment.
Well, look, I think it might work like this. The bushes and flies have a symbiotic relationship. I even consider that the flies are part of the bushes. Just like the fruits. If the flies can fly, they behave more like insects, and the bushes like plants.
I see we're getting back to biological analogies. According to your profession, do I correctly conclude that you are confident that this can be a life form?
Or more so.
Given the age of the oldest forms and the evidence of continued activity, differentiation, a particular drive towards miniaturization, improvement, and lethal effectiveness, I dare say that we are dealing with an evolution here. Far longer than that of human. Also very different. And dead.
Necroevolution. Mortuus evolutioris. I still don't understand where this change is coming from.
What if I said that the flies and bushes are the same thing, but in different forms? When they need to move, they develop moving parts, the flies. When they need to multiply, expand their volume, they settle on the metal substrate, form bushes, absorb raw material, and they are again ready to transform and relocate to a new source, and so on and so forth.
Well, I can tell you it's the most sophisticated form of being I've ever heard of.
Just sounds like machines.
Comes with it.
Nanobots. Nanites. I can do that. Alright, let's look at this force field. Can I touch it? Oh.
The second transporter is under a force field. It's hovering above the ground.
So it is operational. Probably also in better shape than the other one.
It certainly looks better.
The cargo may be intact then.
There are powerful emitters in the center, similar to those on Energobots.
Emitters only. Do they look like they're buried in the ground?
Yeah,
Then you're looking at the top of the Energobot. Well, look carefully. Energobots can bury themselves in such a way that only the emitters protrude from the surface.
Okay.
the force field melted adjacent rocks.
They had to run the generator on full power. They were defending themselves after all.
From the swarm of flies, I presume.
We don't know how large it was. They didn't capitulate. That's a good sign.
Oh, well, I don't know that. So far, I can only confirm that the field has not dissipated. Yet.
Okay, since we can't go in, we'll cheese it somehow. And now we'll go around. Oh, girl. Just keep it going. Seriously, where is your flashlight though? Like, isn't that like a fundamental tool? Just have one on your helmet, man. Never know when you need to navigate the dark spaces. Oh, I saw something. Guess not.
Astrogator, I found their probe. Looks like it hid from the flies. Or just ended up here by pure luck.
Hello.
Indeed. This registry could be valuable, especially if it managed to photograph everything from a greater distance.
Alright, come here, probe.
Come here, little probie.
Probie.
Oh, that didn't work. It flew away.
Scared of you too?
I'd rather say that my lack of authorization is more of a problem than me being scary. I won't be able to bring the probe down unless I find a working controller.
Okay. Under the force field.
I got inside the field.
What? That's so easy.
Do you copy, sir?
Of course. The force field doesn't block radio waves. I suggest the following. If this transporter is actually running, it doesn't make any sense to take out the containers and carry them with you. You're going to take the whole transport. you'll have the flies in large numbers and a powerful means of transport that can fly over terrain inaccessible to the rowboat. But before you leave, you need to take down the force field. At first, the Energobot, turning off the force field, then transporter, departure. All clear?
What, the probe?
All good and clear as the sky is blue. Just waiting for things to go sideways.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Energobot.
Is the probe still with you?
Yep.
Yep, it's here.
Stelnak. I don't know if this game rewards you for exploring. I'm assuming it does. It's a shame she can't jump. That's bothering me more than I thought. Because I'd like to like jump on top of these rocks. She can't jump. I mean, thank goodness she can run, but run speed ain't that great either. Oh god, she's tired. Alright, let's get in here. Cool. Thank you.
The field is no longer a problem.
Meaning?
Disabled.
Perfect. All that's left is to get the flies out of there.
Just as I thought. The equipment's still active, but everyone here's dead.
Good thing glove.
And shivers down your spine.
I know it's hard getting used to the sight of corpses.
It's more than that. I'm starting to understand the suffering they felt in their final moments. They were left to fend for themselves, yet unable to do so. This one man, he even ate parts of his suit, trying to survive.
I saw a handprint. Oh. In here does not make me feel safe at all. Why did they even let me go in here? Oh, field emitters are down. Let's get out of here. Where do I get up? There we go.
I'm climbing onto the hovering transporter.
Before you leave, though, please check that the cargo is intact.
Why are the flies such a important thing? I wonder.
All good. I hope. Will this really help our people, Astrogator?
It will, I'm sure. So, what? Off we go?
Maybe I'll leave the flies
What are
behind.
you wondering about?
What if we're making a mistake? Maybe I shouldn't take the flies off Regis. Maybe it's better to leave them alone. Here, where they belong.
What are you?
I just worry that we might spread this threat. And the tragedy of one planet becomes a tragedy of entire galaxies. Not to mention all humanity.
Forgive me, Doctor, but that sounds a bit overdramatic. We can handle some mechanical flies. Humanity survived worse.
How can you know?
And you sound like a fool, sir. How can you be so sure? We were clueless just a moment ago. We've only just begun to understand what's going on. But you already know how to handle it.
Yasna, I promise you, we'll analyze everything thoroughly. Now we need to focus on getting you out of there. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes. First, though, I'd like to check the cargo.
Very well. Just hurry up.
Let's get him out. Push him out. How do I check cargo? There's no... Oh, here we go. I was gonna say there was no indicator. Cargo 1. Cargo 2. And they kiss. Oh, so those are the metal flies.
I must admit, they look amazing.
Yasna, what have you done?
I'm watching them, nothing more. Don't worry, sir.
What? Some goddamn black hole has opened in the stratosphere. And you say not to worry. Just look outside, Doctor. See for yourself.
Time to reactivate that force field if you ask me. Open. Prompt? Oh, we're going this way.
If you were wondering, sir, how large a group of these flies could be, I can tell you.
Yes, I know. I can see it from fucking orbit.
Oh shit. Thank you for playing the video demo. Yeah, this is you just died there. You died. You are dead. Dead. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it, Beck? Damn. What else to do? Yeah, nice and short. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, preliminary thoughts. I think the whole optimization needs to be a lot better. That's first and foremost. The fact that it uses so much of my GPU is crazy. I mean, obviously I'm also using GPU to record and stuff, so that probably doesn't help. The thing is I can play on max graphics. The thing is I can't play max graphics and stream at the same time, which is kind of sad. So medium graphics it was. With severe downplay on some of the graphical elements with DLSS. Anyway, let's talk about sound design. Sound design seems to be okay. Music is nice. Sci-fi thriller, I'll call it. I mean, I would have liked more of the ka-chunk and the kind of sounds. A bit more would be kind of cool. Maybe the crunching of the sands and rocks as I'm walking. That would have been much nicer. What am I doing this for? And I'll say my thoughts. Early thoughts. I think graphically, on max graphics, looks nice. Anything lower than that looks pretty shitty. Like anything from medium to low looks pretty bad. Looks like something that's very low quality. And that really detracts you from the story and the gameplay, unfortunately. So if you don't have a good, strong, powerful graphic card, or if they haven't optimized this game well, good luck playing this game. I think this is one of those, as people like to call them, walking simulators. I think this is what this is. It's a story game, and I'm a big lover of story games. And I have to say, I do like the dialogue options. Like the game mechanics is to give you choices, and then you do the actions, and then you make more dialogue choices, and it creates a nice narrative. It seems to be like we're trying to get these little micro machines for some kind of cure, I'm assuming. But that's about it. And it's going to be one of those games that's going to either leave you hanging with no real answers, or an answer that you got to find yourself, essentially. That's what I feel like. I mean, overall, I think it's a nice demo. It's a nice teaser demo. Gives you just enough, so makes you think like, what kind of game? I feel like there should have been a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure what that little bit more would look like, but I feel like there should be a little bit more. The delay is massive, yeah. Well, that's it for this one. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about this demo.